Okay, perfect. And recording.
Okay, perfect. All right, so now we should be good to go. So we're going to get started right on time so that hopefully we can get through this with enough time for you to write down any questions that you have as we go through. We'll wait till the end to do questions just so that you have time to kind of think about it, mull over it, and then shoot them at us however you need to. There's also a chat option. If you don't want to, be bold and speak up, you are welcome to chat it and we can see it that way too. In case you are being a fly on the wall and want to be super stealth mode, that's totally cool. So first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with us. We're so happy to have you. My name is Jessica. I'm one of the coaches on Team VIP. Laura and Raquel will also be hosting with me, but we are representing our entire team. So you may have been invited from anybody on our team, and we all represent the same thing. And we're so excited to talk to you a little bit more about what Beachbody coaching is, what it means, and what the opportunity could hold for you, depending on what you're looking for, what you need, why you joined. I know you're here for a multitude of reasons, and hopefully we will answer most of those questions for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to share the screen and show you some slides. If you happen to be on audio and not be able to see the slides, you can definitely watch the recording later if you want to go back and see the things that we have written on them, but we'll talk about everything on there. So as you saw on the team page, what we're going to talk about, what does it even mean to be a coach? Some of you are coming in and know absolutely nothing about Beachbody at all. It's super fresh and new. Some people, maybe you're in your very first challenge group, and so you're thinking, you know what, I really like the results I'm seeing. Maybe this is something that I could do long term, if for no other reason than just to hold me accountable. Maybe you've been a veteran challenger and you've been doing challenge groups for months, and you're getting to that place where you are ready to dive in, you want to coach. No matter where you are, we're going to talk about what it means to be a coach. We're going to talk about how do you get paid? How is the structure of the business? Is it something, what does it mean to be a multi-level marketing company? We're going to cover all of those things as we move through the call. Before we get started, just a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Jessica. I started coaching in January of 2015, so it's been about a year and a half. And when I first started, I was working full-time. I was a general manager of a health club, which is a really demanding, high-stress job. And I had a 6-month-old daughter. And I was just kind of in a funky place. I loved my job so much, but I was at this place where I was working so hard and so many hours for somebody else. And I just didn't feel like it was the right decision and right thing for me to be doing long-term. I wanted to be putting myself in a position where I was going to be working less in 5 years, not the same amount or not more, heaven forbid. And I just realized with my daughter, I wanted to be able to spend more time at home and take vacations whenever I wanted to take a vacation and not have to stress about my job and feeling guilty when I was at work, and then at home feeling like I was paying attention to what I needed to be doing at work, and it just wasn't a good place. So as much as I loved my job, I was kind of looking for something different, but I had no idea what I was looking for, and I didn't really know if I'd be able to achieve it or if I was just going to keep tracking business as usual. And then this opportunity came up, and I started by jumping into a challenge group. So I started immediately as a coach and I ran my first challenge group as I participated in it. So I just dived right in. I was like, let's just see what this is about and let's go for it. And I became addicted to challenge groups. If you're in one, you know what I'm talking about. They're so amazing. They're so motivating. If you're thinking about jumping into one, they just provide such a sense of community. And it's just so nice, especially, depending on where you are in your life. I know for me personally, I didn't want to have to take my daughter to the gym and go work out. The last thing you want to do with kids is have to pack them up, go to the gym, find time to work out, drop them off in their childcare where maybe they're not happy, maybe they are. It's just kind of a rough place to where do you fit in a workout? How do you, prepare food? How do you meal prep? How do you make this healthy lifestyle thing happen when you feel like you're running 1,000 miles a minute? And when you get home, all you want to do is drink wine and stuff your face with junk food. And that's just a place where a lot of us live. But when you come home and you've got this amazing challenge group support and everybody's in it together and everybody's pushing hard for their goals, it just creates this sense of fabulous. And then at the end of the challenge group, you see so many people transform, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, and learning how to have a good relationship with food and how to take care of your body and how to take care of yourself. It just becomes something that's so addicting to be part of, and it helps keep you accountable as well. So once I got my first challenge group under my belt, I was like, man, this is it. I'm all in as a coach. This is going to be my full-time job. And so I worked my full-time job. I have another part-time job where I teach at the university, and then I added coaching on as well. So to say that I was like free of time and had nothing to do is not true. I was so capped out on time, and I honestly put in about an hour a day every single day. The key for me was consistency. A year later, I was able to quit my full-time job, and now I work from home, completely work from home. I still work at the university just because, honestly, I'm a people pleaser, and it's something I struggle with to say no, but I still get to do it all from home. So I spend all the time I want to with my daughter, and I'm able to create this business helping other people reach their health and fitness goals, as well as create their own businesses and teams. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about as we go through. And, Laura and Raquel are going to share their stories too. Their stories are so different, but everybody has a different reason for finding this passion in the first place. But once you find it and you figure out that, man, this can be such a different world and such an eye-opening experience to be part of, you just can't help but want to tell every single person you know and get them on board too, because it truly, truly, truly has changed my life and my family's life. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So we'll start by talking about, you can go to the next one, Laura. What does it actually mean to be a coach? So you probably see in your newsfeed, coaches posting, or maybe you don't, maybe Beachbody is new to you, maybe you see people posting about stuff, but being a coach, first and foremost, is just becoming the best version of yourself. And that means, primarily your first step normally is to get healthy and fit when you think of in terms of nutrition and workouts. So of course, you want to be leading by example. You want to be a product of a product, and we'll talk about those products later. But taking care of yourself is so important, and being able to do it in a realistic way so that you're doing it in a short amount of time. We all preach 30-minute workouts because honestly, that's all you need. And in the crazy lives that we live in, that can move you towards your goals, and that's amazing. The other part of becoming the best version of yourself is learning what personal development means and diving in. So you're constantly becoming better. I had no idea what personal development was before I started being a coach. And when I first started, I was like, what? You want me to read a book every day and you want me to work on myself? I don't need to dive in and see what's wrong with me. Let's just keep it surface level. But then when you start doing it, you start to figure out all these things about yourself, and then you emotionally start to change, and you just become this happy version of yourself, and you become this strong version of yourself, and you're able to pour so much in to those around you, making you feel like your life is just so much more fulfilled. And as you're on that journey, as a coach, you share that. You share your story on social media as you go. So you're leading an example, you're working on yourself constantly. There's always going to be ebbs and flows, and there's always going to be good days and bad days, and you're able to share that with somebody else who sees themselves in you, who sees their story reflected in yours, and is inspired by your journey. Whether you have 50 pounds to lose, 100 pounds to lose, or you are coming in and you're already fit, you all have a journey and you all have a story to tell. And that story is going to relate powerfully to somebody else who you can really, really impact their life. So just sharing that journey is what is part of being a coach. Now, this scares a lot of people, myself included. Before I started coaching, I never posted on social media. I was the shady cat who just scrolled through to check out what everybody else was doing, but I was not about to put my stuff on social media. But when I became a coach, I knew that I had to do that to be successful, and I knew I had to do that to help inspire people, and that was more important to me than being a little uncomfortable. So I went all in. Overnight, went from 0 posts to 3 posts a day. Hello world, here I am. And it was the best decision ever. Having people reach out and say, thank you so much. You've really motivated me. Even if you help one person feel better, or you help one person change the direction or the path that their life is going, it is 1,000 times worth it to share your story with somebody else. So that's what's so, so important. And then once you share your story and somebody reaches out and said, hey, man, what are you doing? You look so awesome. Or you start working on yourself and you're exuding those positive vibes. People are going to want to know what you're doing. And you help them do the same thing that you did. So we run things called challenge groups. If you've not been in one yet, like I talked about earlier, it's a closed group. You can run it through an app if you're not a Facebook person, or you can run it through Facebook groups if you're more of a Facebook person. There's lots of options. And you are just holding each other accountable. You're motivating each other. You have this community of people, men and women, that are pushing towards a goal that's personal to them. You run them on a monthly basis, and you just continue to inspire and help while you hold yourself accountable to your own goals. The other part of coaching, when you're helping other people become their best version, is you start to build a team. So you're going to be running challenge groups, and you're going to see some rock star challengers, and they're awesome at posting in the group, and they're helping to motivate the other challengers, and you see such potential in them. You reach out to them and you say, hey, you're doing what I'm doing. You should share your story too. And it just becomes this amazing ripple effect where it just goes on and on and on and on. And when we live in a world where 3 out of 5 people are overweight and unhealthy, that is an amazing business to be a part of. So sometimes being a coach sounds overwhelming, but it really is so simple. You work on yourself, you share that story, and you help other people do the same thing. So next we're going to talk about how can you become a coach. A lot of people that I talk to want to become a coach. They're interested in the opportunity, but they're so hesitant because they're not sure if they have what it takes. And that's a big holdup for everyone, which is common because we all, we lack self-confidence sometimes. And that's a big part of becoming a coach, is believing in yourself and knowing that wherever you are on your journey is the exact right place to be. No matter whether you're just starting out or you are fit as a fiddle, you can inspire somebody. And to be honest, it's so great that there's so many different kinds of coaches, every age of coach, every story you could possibly imagine, because some people are not going to relate to my story. They're not going to relate to my personality. They're not going to relate to what I post on social media. They'll be like, that girl is out of control. She has too much energy. She's not for me. But they may relate to somebody else and really have a great connection with them. So the nice thing is there's so much space for every different kind of coach, because there's so many different kinds of people that are needing help and inspiration, and they all need that one person that is a good match for them. You may have experience working with Beachbody in the past, or working with a personal trainer in the past, or something along the lines where it's just not a good fit. It's not a good connection. So you know that sometimes you have to find that good fit. And so that's why it takes so many different personalities and coaches to be successful. So no matter where you are in your journey, no matter where you are in your financial life or your home life, whether you're a stay-at-home parent, you're a full-time employee, you're a part-time employee, you're a student, you're retired, every spectrum. We have coaches on Team VIP literally in every one of those categories, and a million other categories as well. We have students on our team. So it doesn't matter where you are, it matters where you want to go. And if you are somebody who you're in a place and you know you want to be able to live life by design, you want to live life differently, you don't want to put the grind in for the next 40 years, you want to be able to make a difference, make an impact, and make an influence on your family's life, no matter how big or how small. Some people get into coaching and you never want to take it beyond part-time. Some people get into coaching and are saying, I'm going to be $1 million earner. There is space for everyone along that spectrum. You just have to figure out, what is it that it means for me to live my life by design? What is it this opportunity can offer me and my family? And how can I take advantage by helping impact other people's lives? Maybe you're in search of financial freedom. That's a huge motivation for so many of us, huge motivation for myself as well. When I first got started, I thought, you know what, if nothing else, I really want to dive into this, and I really want to be consistent so that I can pay off my student loan. It's a big, hairy debt that I just I know some of you probably have that same debt, and it just weighs on me. School debt just drives me up a wall and back down it. And by the end of this year, I will have it completely paid off, which is crazy town. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm well over halfway, and I paid that purely from my Beachbody income, not from any other income that we have coming through the house. And that was a big, huge, scary goal for me, because I wanted to have an opportunity to get to debt free. And a lot of times when you're just working, you're working to pay bills and you're working to get by. You don't have that extra cash to put into savings or to put towards debt or to put towards vacation. So that's a huge motivation. And if that's you, this is perfect for you. So anybody can be a coach. It doesn't matter where you're starting. It matters where you want to go. Okay, next slide. Okay, now Laura's going to tell you a little bit more about the actual company, why we chose Beachbody, and why you are going to love it.
Okay, hello everyone. My name's Laura. I'm also one of the coaches here on Team VIP. So why Beachbody? Why Beachbody from all these other programs you see, all these other promotions, everything online? So just to give you a little bit of background. So Beachbody was founded in 1998 by John Congdon and Carl Deichler. So if you don't know them, that's totally okay. As almost 2 decades ago, they started this company, and they had the #1 infomercial on TV. So their niche was health and fitness. And so they actually teamed up with a guy, you might know who he is. It's not John Congdon, actually Tony Horton, who's P90X, and all his other programs that he has right now. They teamed up together, and how it transpired through 2 decades is they were lacking success stories. So they chose this online forum, and they made it down from the TV level to the coaching level. And so what we do as coaches. And so instead of just buying infomercials, us as coaches, we help people out. Our mission as Beachbody coaches and Beachbody in general is to help people achieve their goals and to enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. So definitely a huge mission. That's part of what we think about every single day is we help people achieve their goals. I know I am in this business because I love helping people. I love having people get results that they want. And in return, it actually kind of keeps me accountable as a coach as well. So why Beachbody? That's a little bit why. Also A+ rating and the Better Bureau Business. So that's huge, and first class company, and it has so much heart and integrity, and they truly take care of the coaches. Carl Deichler, I mean, if you follow him on Facebook, he is like all over the place. He does it all. He drinks the Energize. He does the Shakeology. He does the workouts. So he's like living proof of what a coach should be. And I feel like that's so inspiring when you're choosing if this is right for you. So from day one, I've just been so impressed with Beachbody, and that's a little bit reason why I chose Beachbody. So next slide. Okay, so part of our mission is to end the trend of obesity. And so our job as coaches is to help lead healthy lives through our family, our friends, and kind of have a domino effect, right? So whenever you're on like a healthy trend, right? And people start to notice, and they ask like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your body? You seem so happy. You seem like so positive. What are you doing? So that is exactly like the positive influence that we have as coaches and to help in the trend of obesity, because these numbers that we have on this board right here are terrifying. In 2030, it's estimated, let me just look at these numbers, that 86% of people will be overweight. That's huge. I mean, 86%. And what they say is sitting is the new smoking. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but I think it's so true. All our jobs are just sitting by a computer. I mean, I'm guilty of that during my 9 to 5 for sure. In 2030, 51% of people will be obese. 30% of children will be overweight. So we do not want our children to be like this at all. We have so much work to be done. Our jobs, I mean, we really need more coaches to get these statistics down and to help these trends lower in these statistics of obesity. We have so much work to be done. And that's so encouraging as coaches that we are truly, our help is, we need to be helping people. Okay, so next slide. Okay, so some of these programs you might notice, some of these programs you probably might not have no idea that they actually are Beachbody programs. So you see the 21-day fix, you see 21-day fix extreme, you see the PIO, the Brazilian butt lift, like these are all Beachbody programs. And what I love about Beachbody is they're always just cultivating new programs. They're always coming out with new stuff. So it's never just stagnant. I mean, yes, you always have like your go-to programs, and kind of give you a little bit of history of how I got started in Beachbody is it was about a year ago, I recently got married, and of course, like, you're trying to look good in your wedding dress, and I dieted and all these yo-yo things that I tend to do, right? And everyone kind of tends to do the yo-yo thing. And after I got back from my honeymoon, a wonderful honeymoon, which I definitely indulged, I was looking for a program that kind of got me back on the right track. And I've always been that person that's done a lot. I've always done like the triathlons and marathons and hiking events, and I've done all of it. I've also done all the dieting too. So I was just ready for something consistent. I didn't want to be this married woman that, just kind of stayed, settled down. I always want to be improving myself. And so I joined my own challenge, or not my own challenge group. I joined a challenge group, and I fell in love, like most people do. I started with the 21 Day Fix Extreme. I fell in love with the nutrition plan. I had great results. And automatically I was like, yes, I want to help people. Please sign me up. And from day on, like, that is what happened. And really what my game changer was Shakeology. That is like the backbone to my nutrition. And it's had such an influence in what I do as a person every single day. And I can definitely tell from whenever I don't have it, I don't feel as well. And so, speaking on Shakeology, it is the number one product of Beachbody. That's their baby, Shakeology. And they spent so much time and energy creating this, it's a game changer for me. It's just, we call it like magic juice, basically. It's all natural. It has 70 superfoods. These statistics, if you read them, they are pretty remarkable. But really what it means to me, Shakeology has just kept my nutrition in check. And I know that I don't have to yo-yo diet anymore. I don't have to go up and down and find, the next no carb or high protein diet. My diet, is my lifestyle, and that's Shakeology. And to attest, it really does. It's not a weight loss supplement, but it is a weight loss is a byproduct of the good nutrients, because your body is just consuming all the vitamins and nutrients you need in a full day. Your body will lose weight from that byproduct. So Shakeology is definitely a game changer in what we do as coaches, and it is really, really magical. So that's a little bit about Beachbody and the programs and Shakeology, and I'm going to turn it over to Raquel, and she's going to get into a little bit of the financial stuff.
Okay, y'all. So hi, for those that don't know me, my name is Raquel McAfee, and I am going to talk a little bit about money and how we earn, because I know that's kind of the elephant in the room. People want to know, okay, that's great that you're helping people, but how do you make an income? And just to share a little bit about my background and why I got started, I was working full-time, 40 hours a week, and I was working part-time 2 nights a week teaching classes at a university. We have 3 kids. At the time, my daughter was 3, and I had twin boys that were 11 months old. So needless to say, my life was crazy busy, working full-time, had a part-time job, and had 3 kids under 3 years old. So people tell me, oh, I'm too busy. I don't think I have time to do that. And I just shake my head and nod and say, yes, I totally understand, but this business is made for busy people. I always say busy people know how to get things done. But I was looking into this opportunity because I absolutely loved my job and never had any intention of leaving. But my husband had decided to take a new position in sales. And so he went from a salaried position, state position, to 100% commission in sales. And so needless to say, that really worried me. We had 3 kids in daycare. And if you've ever paid for daycare, it's basically an arm and a leg. So imagine that times 3. So, this was my husband's dream. He wanted to pursue something different. And I said, you know what, we're going to figure it out and we're going to make it happen. But I also knew that money can be, one of those things in marriage that can cause conflict. And I didn't want that to be our life. So I started looking for a way that I could, add some extra income to our family, but I was already away from my kids for so much that I didn't want to be out of the house any more than I already was. So I started looking into ways that I could earn money online. And the funny thing is, I had been using Beachbody products before. I got started with P90X. My husband, who was actually my fiance at the time, we had done P90X. We had a trip planned for Hawaii, and we're like, we're going to do this. I'd actually done Insanity with Jessica, and I didn't know really about the coach opportunity. So I started kind of doing some research, and I'm one of those people who does a lot of research. Like, I will research for months before I decide I'm going to do this. So I did a lot of research on the company, what they stood for, how you earn money, Shakeology, because I knew that if I was going to put my name on a product and program, it needed to be the best of the best. So I ended up signing at the end of 2014. It was like the last week in December. And, you get to the end of the year and you kind of do that reflection of like, am I where I need to be? I'm ready for a new change for the new year. So I signed up as a coach. And really my goal was I wanted to earn money to pay for diapers because I had twin boys in diapers and that's expensive, and to help alleviate some of the stress of, paying for 3 in daycare. That was my goal. Pay for our diapers and help put money towards daycare. So I'm about to show you a little bit of my income progression so that you can see it. I always say, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. This opportunity is legit. So I just want to be forthright with you to show you that. But I'm also going to go into how we earn money. So first things first, we earn 25% commission from everything purchased through our sites. So when we are coaches, Beachbody actually gives us 3 websites that we promote to our customers, and that's how they purchase. One of the best things is that Beachbody handles all of the purchasing process, the shipping, all of that stuff. So I just tell my customers, here's where you go. I send them a link, they purchase, and then I don't have to worry about it. Then I help really focus on helping my customers get the best results. But we earn 25% commission off of anything purchased there. We also earn commission from challenge pack sales. So we showed you the products that we offer as well as Shakeology, and that is bundled together in a challenge pack because we know that it's not just the fitness and it's not just nutrition. You have to have both in order to get the best results. So we put those in a challenge pack, bundle them up at a reduced price, and we also earn commission from that. And commission on a challenge pack sale runs anywhere from $40 to $80, depending on which challenge pack it is. We also earn money through what's called team cycle bonus, matching bonus. And that is as we start to build a team and, we start running challenge groups, and here's what happens. We help people get results because at the bottom line, that's our job. Help people get the best results, help them be healthy and fit. And usually what happens is they fall in love with Shakeology. It's one of those things that if you have tried it and you get it in your system, you grow to love it. Laura talked about it being a lifestyle, and absolutely it's a lifestyle. My entire family, including my 3 kids, drink Shakeology every day. So people fall in love with it. We help them get great results. And then the most magical thing happens. People start complimenting and saying, wow, you look amazing. What are you doing? And so it's just natural for our participants to want to share. And in doing that, they become coaches along with us, because when you have a great experience and you feel like, I figured it out, I know the secret sauce of how to get healthy and fit and how to make it realistic lifestyle, you want to naturally share that with other people. So usually they become part of our team, and it's all about the ripple effect of paying it forward. So as we build a team of coaches, we're again all helping people get the best results. We start to build a volume, and I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. But Beachbody rewards us for helping our team be successful. So they give you bonuses based off the volume that you and your team are creating. They also, as you continue to advance and rank, and again, are helping your team be successful, helping people get the best results, and you start to advance and rank, they give you quarterly star diamond bonuses. So you don't have to know all of this. When I first became a coach, I didn't understand all of the compensation program. I just knew I wanted to help as many people as possible get results, and I knew in doing so, my income would grow. We also receive a 25% discount on all products purchased. So a lot of times people, like we talked about, they don't ever really want to run challenge groups. They got great results. Maybe they, share Shakeology with another person, or maybe they're just like, I love Shakeology and I'd like to save 25% on it. Absolutely. I'm all about saving where I can. So as a coach, you can also be what we just consider, a preferred customer, and you just receive the 25% discount on your future products, your programs, your Shakeology. And then they also offer additional rewards in trips. So I'm super excited that I was able to go to a trip in LA, all expenses paid, where they gave us training, and Beachbody just spoiled us. They really know how to take care of their coaches, and it was awesome. I did that in January, and I'm excited to say that I will be earning my trip to the Dominican Republic next year, next April, and I'm taking my entire family. Again, it's by helping people. Our goal as coaches is to help 3 new people a month get started on their fitness journey. And in doing that, again, Beachbody rewards us and says, great job. You are helping move our mission of helping end the trend of obesity, and they reward us by rewards and trips that they give us as well. So I know I kind of want to just talk about the elephant in the room on what is multi-level marketing. I think sometimes multi-level marketing gets a bad rap, and I'm going to be very honest. When I was looking into this, it seemed kind of shady. I wasn't really sure, what is that entail? Is it one of those things where only the person at the top makes all the money, and then us worker bees down here are just, barely making it by? And then I was shared this diagram where it's a corporate structure, and you see at the top the CEO, and then below you see the managers, and then below you see supervisors, and then it gets bigger and there's employees. And so it's in the shape of what's considered a pyramid. So a lot of times people think, that multi-level marketing is a pyramid scheme. And I want to say, first off, those are illegal. So those are absolutely not legal in the United States. And they haven't been, around since the 80s. We talked about Beachbody having a AAA rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're part of the Direct Selling Association, the Network Marketing Association, and everything that we do is with integrity and heart, and truly about helping in the trend of obesity and helping people get good results. So this to the left is the multi-level marketing, where it's you, and as you start to build a team, that's where your volume starts to be created. The best thing about this is that, yes, it's a binary system and you have 2 legs, but it's not just about signing up coaches. I don't want just warm bodies on my team. If I'm not helping my team be successful and helping others be successful, I'm not successful myself. And I think that's the beauty of this. Another thing that's wonderful is that it doesn't matter, your income doesn't matter on your position. It's about the level of effort you put in. So the person, your coach that signed you up, and that's your sponsor and your mentor, if you want to outwork them and surpass them in income, you absolutely can do that. Whereas I look at this corporate structure and I think, wow, look at these employees at the bottom. It doesn't really matter how hard they work. They're probably never going to make more money than the CEO. So just some food for thought, and then the statistic that I absolutely love too is that 82% of women in the United States making $100,000 or more do it through a legit multi-level marketing company. And that's what we are. It's truly about building a team, helping people be successful. It's not about signing up warm bodies. We have to help people get results. And our income is always going to be a direct reflection on the number of people we help. So I'm going to say that one more time. Our income is always a direct reflection on the number of people we help. So the more people we help, the larger your income grows. We really, truly get to make an income while making an impact, which I absolutely love. So next, I just wanted to, like I said, I wanted to show you my income progression. Monday, June 21st was actually my 18th month anniversary. Like I said, I signed up December 21st of 2014. So I want to show you where I was. My very first week, my total commission was $67.49. And I'm going to be very honest, that was my mama purchasing from me, right? Your mom's your always biggest fan. And I said, Mom, let's do this. I want to help you get healthy and fit. And so she was my first customer. And in my very first week, I made $67. And I was actually really excited. Even though it was my mom, I was super excited. What I consider to be my first full month was January of 2015. I decided I'm going to run a challenge group. I'm going to invite people to join me. I still had a little baby weight to lose. I was kind of just soft after having twins. You can imagine what that does to your body. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm ready to commit fully, I would love to have people join me. And in my very first month as a coach, I made $654.55. That was all through retail commission. And I was, at the beginning of the year, people are excited to make a change. And that was my income in my very first month. Now I want to show you in month 3 what my income looked like. I circled right here my team bonus because at this point I had brought on my 2 very best friends and I said, y'all, this is such an awesome opportunity. We get to help people. We get to help our family, with additional income. I think we could do this, guys. And so I advanced to an Emerald coach. And in doing so, again, as you start to build a team and they took off and they were being successful, that's where Beachbody says, good job. You're helping your team be successful. We're going to give you a bonus. So my bonus right there was $56, which I was super excited about. Nothing super crazy big, but that was enough for me to go on a date with my husband. And so I was excited about that. And then my income was also in the 600 range. Again, so not a huge big jump. I was staying consistent, but that's the key to this business is consistency. I knew that I was going to do this. I told myself I'm going to go all in for a year, being consistent, and I'm going to see how it goes. And that's really what I've done. So that was month 3. Now on to month 5. So this was in May of 2015. At that point, I had started again growing my business. I was helping people get great results. They decided, you know what, I want to pay this forward and help other people. So I had advanced into Diamond Coach. And as you can see, my team bonus, where it was in month 3, $56, it had now advanced to 1 week being $306. I forgot to mention the one at the top is 1 week. So in 1 week, I had been bonused $306. My total commissions, I was doing some good retail. That was kind of a high week. As you can see, the rest of my weeks weren't that high, but it was a high week for me. And so that month, I brought in $2,033.79. And that was the point that I said, okay, so this is possible. I've seen other people have success, but you always kind of doubt but can I really do it? And I think at this point is when my husband started to take it a little bit seriously too, when it was, wow, this is enough to pay our mortgage. This is significant income with just being consistent, sharing my journey and inviting others to join me. Progressing my 1-year mark. So this was in December of 2015. I had advanced to 2-star diamond, which means I was helping my team be successful. I was training them to do what I was doing. I was duplicating our systems. We give you a lot of training. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, which is fabulous because Jessica and I can attest we did a lot of reinventing the wheel at the beginning, but you don't have to do that on our team. We give you all of our materials to be successful. I advanced to a 2-star diamond. And the beautiful thing about this business, Beachbody, their compensation plan always blows my mind. But once you advance to 2-star diamond, they actually allow you to open up a second business center. And basically what that means is that you get to open up, you get to basically be a coach underneath yourself you kind of get to franchise yourself, I guess I could say. And that really helps build your income as well. So as you can see in my first business center in the month of December, I made a little over $3,000. In my second business center, I had just kind of started growing it. And so that month I was still growing. I was still kind of new in that second business center and I had brought in $370, bringing me to a grand total of $3,484.26. So you can see, again, I started in December of 2014, making $600. And then a year later, I had grown it through consistency to $3,400. So that's kind of, the progress there, what you can really go all in. Here is what's been possible for me. And then finally, at 15 months, this was March of this year, in my first business center, I made $4,200. And then in my second business center, it's still growing, $596, bringing me to a grand total of $4,833.21. So again, I just show you this to show you what's possible when you decide to go all in and you decide, I'm going to help as many people as possible. That was my goal. Yes, I want to help my family, but I knew that the only way I could do that is if I were to help people be successful. And I love that about this business, that I can't reach my goals unless I'm helping other people reach theirs. So again, that's my progression. Now I'm at 18 months. My income continues to grow through consistency. Time is on your side in this business. So just wanted to be open with that and show my numbers, and hopefully inspire you to show you what you can do in this business. And then so finally, I just, have to say, income is never guaranteed. You get out of it what you put in it. But like I said, I went all in, I was consistent, and I really wanted to help as many people as possible. So I realized not everybody's going to want to make a career, and that's okay. Maybe you just want an extra $100 per week to have date night with your spouse, or help pay for daycare or diapers, or maybe you would help with grocery bills, or maybe you're looking for an extra $500 per week. Jessica talked about, helping pay your student loans. Maybe you want to be able to work from home, or maybe it's a car payment for you, or Christmas savings, or maybe you really do want to go all in and work on making an extra $1,000 per week. Being able to save for either, your kids' college tuition, or, pay off your mortgage, or save for a dream home, or just give you some extra breathing room so that you can have some more freedom and time with your family. So again, that's a little bit of how we earn and my income progression, and I'm an open book. So at the end of this, if you have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over back to Laura.
Okay, awesome job, Raquel. So Raquel touched on a lot about income and how you are a direct reflection of how much money you make by how much time you put into it. So really, it just depends on you, how you want to run this business. If you want to sprint, I always tell my coaches, if you want to sprint, I'm going to sprint right there with you. If you want to jog, I'm going to jog there with you. If you're going to walk, I will walk. So everyone has different goals. Everyone is totally different in their life. You could be a mom of 4, have 2 jobs, and you still want to coach and inspire people. That is awesome. It takes a little bit of time to do that. Or you could dive right in, right, and go full time. You could spend as little as 15 minutes or 8 hours a day. So it really depends on you, your goals. As for me personally, I work a full-time job. I work about 50 hours a week. And I started Beachbody from day one, and I was all in. I'm still all in. So there's lots of different ways you can coach. You can be a hobby coach, right? So it can just be a hobby. You can be a discount coach. You can be a full business builder, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But really, you are your own boss. And so really, if you want to raise, you can get a raise. If you want to go all in, you can go all in. So it really depends on you. And that's the really cool thing about this business, is that you really decide how much money you want to make and how much time and effort you want to put into it. And that's what I really love about Beachbody and coaching, is it's all up to you. Okay, and then we're going to pass it along to Jessica to finish us off.
So fabulous. Okay, we are almost done, and I hope that you are learning a lot, and I hope that you have some good questions, and that you're getting excited about the possibilities for your future. So how do you get started, and how do you start your business? Maybe you're deciding like, yes, I'm excited. I'm not sure what capacity I want to do yet, but I know this is something that is speaking to me and talking to me. What do I do? So number 1, you've got to establish your why. That is the first thing you have to figure out, is why do you want to do this business? For me, it was financial freedom. It was more time with my family without giving up what I love, which is helping people. So that was a huge driver for me, being able to spend time with my family and be able to have financial freedom where I could do what I wanted to do, pay off what I needed to pay off, and just earn more income. Because you have to have that why to be successful with the consistency that Raquel and Laura both talked about. Whether you're consistent every day for a half hour, or you're consistent every day for 4 hours, depending on what you do, you have to have that why driving you forward, or being consistent is hard. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's very easy to not do it, just the same way it's easy to do it. But you have to have that reason driving you forward. Maybe it's your own personal health and fitness goals, but something has to make you make the decision between sitting on the couch and watching Real Housewives, or spending some time reaching out and helping inspire others. Something has to be tugging at your heartstrings, pulling you forward, so that a year from now, you can see yourself, looking at Raquel's income progression and being able to say, look what I've been able to accomplish over a year. Even if you dived in and you made $2,000 over 12 months, $2,000 more in your pocket, that could pay for vacations, Christmas money, and that's this much time over each and every day, and this much income, which seems so trivial, but over the course of the year, whoa, yowza, that's a lot. Over the course of 5 years, that's life-changing. So don't ever, sell yourself short or underestimate the power of what you could do here, no matter what your limitations are. Number 2, you set your pace. And we talked about that as well, just with what Laura said. You choose. You can start off as maybe you want to just be a preferred customer. You just want to work on yourself. You want to get yourself straight. You want to feel good about you. And then you want to reach out and inspire everybody else. Maybe your pace is, here I go. In a year, I want to be able to quit my job, or I want to have X amount of dollars. And you need to tell me what to do to get there. Cool. We're going to make that happen for you too. So you choose your pace, and then you plug in. First and foremost, what we talked about is you've got to work on you. So you get started with a challenge group. You invite some people to do the challenge group with you. And you also plug into our coach training. We will plug you into coach training. We will give you all of the information and tools you need, from how to talk to people, to what to say, how to get someone started, how do I share a link, everything that maybe, is in your head going around like, how will I ever figure this out? We have already done it. We have made the mistake several times, and we have ironed it out to make it such a simple process so that all you have to do is commit to being consistent and you will be successful. Truly, it is that easy. Okay, so next I want to talk about your hesitations you may have. You're thinking about this and you're thinking, yes, it sounds great, but I don't have time. You have time. End of story. You have time. You may have to reprioritize. You may have to shift things around. You may have to, get up a little earlier or stay up a little later. I know for me, my entire first year of working as a coach, I got up an hour before the baby every freaking day, and I am not a morning person at all, like not even a little tiny bit. So every day that alarm went off at 5 a.m., I was like, oh, but I knew that was my only hour of dedicated work time. And I did it every single day for a year. And now I have not set an alarm since January 1st of 2016. I never set an alarm. I wake up whenever I wake up, and it is amazing. But I did that for an entire year because I needed to make that time, because I didn't have it in my day. You don't have to have experience. Whether you know nothing about health and fitness or you come from a strong health and fitness background, it doesn't matter. Everything you need and all the tools that you need will come from Team VIP. All you have to do is put it into place. Maybe you're hesitant because you don't know people. I don't have friends. I don't have much of a Facebook following. I don't know who I would ask. Think about your very closest circle of people, your mom, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your husband, your spouse. Think of anybody you have spoken to about, the way you feel, your health, your fitness, wanting to get in shape. All of those people are potential people. Anybody that comes in contact with you is a potential person who needs help. Think of anywhere that you go and you see all these people who are just dying inside for something to inspire them to be a better person. And that person can be you. You can totally do it. So network doesn't matter. You will grow that network and you will learn how to share your story in whatever space works best for you and your personality. Lastly, I hear this all the time. I would love to be a coach, but I just don't think I have the right personality. A lot of people tell me they think, I'm too shy, or I'm too quiet, I'm too reserved, I couldn't do it, I don't like to talk on the phone. I hear tons of different things. But the fact of the matter is, you are the right personality for the people who need you to be their coach. End of story. You are the perfect person for the people that need you. And all you have to do is be confident in what you offer. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't try to jump in and take anyone else's personality. Just be you. Be genuine to your story. Share that story and let it work for you. Honestly, that's all that it takes. So what do we want you to do next? We want you to get plugged into the team ASAP. We want you to jump on board, get into a challenge group, let us help plug you in and let us get you rolling, figure out where you want to go, figure out what your why is, help you set your pace, and help you get goals started. The very worst outcome if you decide to become a coach is that you look and feel your best. Very worst thing that could happen. And that is not bad odds. You feel better, you look better, your life is better because you feel like you're putting out a better version of yourself. Not bad at all. other worst thing, maybe you change someone else's life. Maybe it's just your husband or your wife, or maybe it's your mom, like Raquel talked about. If she had gotten in a year ago and done nothing else but helped her mom, it would have been 1,000 times worth it, because I know her mom and she is 1,000% healthier, and she's never been consistent. I've known her for years. She's never been healthier than she has been this last year. And even if that's all that Raquel ever accomplished with her coaching career, it would have been worth it. So if you have hesitations, just jump in, see where it goes, see where it takes you. If nothing else, you get fit. So next step is what we're going to do is we'll post back on the Facebook page so that you can jump back in before I open it up for questions, and you'll comment down there who invited you to the call so that they can make sure to get you plugged in with getting you set up for your first challenge group, getting you signed on to your first coach training so that we can get you plugged into the right resources. And we'll also be giving you a free Fixate cookbook for joining us on this call and for signing up before our next coach training. So I'm so excited to have you all join the team, and I'm going to open it up for questions, so you can either type them or you can just unmute yourself and ask them. Don't be shy. You can also wait and ask in the Facebook group if that is more comfortable for you. But does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask?
So how do we start all the process?
April Murphy was talking. April Sutton.
So you asked how you.
I'm sorry. Okay, unmute Jessica and Monsi. Unmute yourself. Sorry, I actually unmuted everyone. Okay, try again.
Okay, so you asked how to start the process of becoming a coach.
Correct.
So what you would do is, so you would reach out. So Laura is who invited you to the call. Is that right?
Correct.
Perfect. So then Laura will get you set up with your first challenge pack. So she will get you one of your challenge packs, and your Shakeology will get in the mail. We'll get you plugged into a challenge so that you start working on yourself. You start to see, okay, what are these products doing for me? You're sharing your journey as you go through it. And then while you're in that challenge group, you're also plugged into a team VIP training where we're teaching you everything. You know, how do you talk to people? How do you overcome an objection? How do you invite someone to a challenge group? That's a big deal. You know, I don't know what to say. We go over everything so that it's so simple and you don't ever have to feel like you're awkward turtle and don't know what to do. So Laura will get you set up and she will take you through every single step.
And also, so since she has already had purchased a challenge pack and currently in my second group, so what you would do, yeah, that's another option for people. Since you already purchased a challenge pack, then you will get signed up as a coach. And so it's a $40 fee. However, that will be reimbursed because you already purchased a challenge pack. Okay, so it's going to be free. And then we'll get plugged you into the coach training. I'll send you a Fixate book, and then we'll get you going from there.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Good? Okay.
I'm just all the way up. I want to stand all the way
Any
up.
other questions?
Mama, I want to stand all the way up.
I believe he's signing up.
Yeah, this my son. He's listening to music.
Oh.
He says, "I'm ready, Mom. Let's change our life."
he heard half of the conversation and he's like, "I want to listen to something else, Mom."
Oh, we bored him. Wah, wah, wah. Any other questions anybody has? Okay, well then we will end the call. We will also have a recording of this so that if you feel like you want to watch it again, if you want to look at anything again, or if you have somebody else you want to share it with, please feel free. We'll post it in the page, and then we'll also post the information for getting plugged into your first challenge or your next challenge and our coach training. Thank you so much for joining us. Have an amazing night.